This just in, Celsius has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. You have seen it on this channel. We have covered the story from the beginning since they have locked their customers out of their accounts since June 12th. Today, we're going to talk about what Chapter 11 bankruptcy means, what does this mean to the broader market, and what can you do about it. So let's go screen and explore the news. Like I said, Celsius platform files for bankruptcy in the United States. They did it in the Southern District of New York. This comes 1 month after the withdrawals have been frozen. And yes, everyone, there are some bad statistics you need to see about this. Because remember a while ago when Celsius had 12, 14, 16 billion in assets that they were talking about, right? Those were the numbers that were being floated around. Listen to this. In a statement, Celsius, which suspended its withdrawals mid-June, said it was seeking to restructure in a way that would maximize value for all stakeholders. That's going to be false. I'm going to tell you about that here really soon. And it said it had $167 million of cash available to meet urgent needs in the meantime. So wait a minute. What about those $14 to $16 billion of assets that you said you had? Celsius also says now they're in a $2 billion hole. Yep. So they're in a $2 billion hole and they only have $167 million, which means they have less than 10% of the funds required in order to balance them out to zero. So what does Chapter 11 mean? And before we talk about Chapter 11, you know we have to talk about the great Alex Machinsky, and he said this: "This is the right decision for our community and company. I am confident that when we look back at the history of Celsius, we will see this as a defining moment where acting with resolve, confidence, serve the community and strengthen the future of the company." I'm going to call complete BS because this is the same Alex Machinsky that says, hey, if you don't have control of your funds, then you're not your funds. And he was talking about banks, right? Oh man, sorry, Alex, maybe you should have been talking about your own company. And I understand that for a lot of people, this is really, really bad. But the warning signs were out there when they were offering double-digit yields. Oh yeah, and I'd even be scared right now of high single-digit yields with the economy and the market that we've got going on. But they were offering so many things. They did not have the proper licensure to do this, and they were not disclosing their risk statement. So now we have to go into Chapter 11. And the reason I read that statement, this is the right decision for our community and company, girlfriend, that would be wrong, because you know what Chapter 11 does for you? Once your petition is received, you're automatically protected against creditor lawsuits or other debt collection actions. Yep, they voluntarily filed for Chapter 11, which protects them from lawsuits. All debt collection efforts at this point have to cease, which means, yes, no one can go after Celsius anymore once they have filed for that Chapter 11 protection. The next step coming up is a reorganization plan for managing and paying off your debts. You'll also have to complete a credit counseling with an approved agency within 180 days of filing. I brought this up here because remember that $167 million that they had? Well, guess what? They only have a $167 million in cash with a $2 billion hole, which means they are under 10% of available liquidity. So for all of the remaining debts that are out there, right, that $2 billion hole, creditors would most likely only get at maximum 10 cents to the dollar. And it's actually way less than that because you have to now take out lawyers' fees, operating costs. Because remember, one of the things with Chapter 11 is the company continues to operate. Oh, you mean Machinsky can still fool more people with this crap? Yes, exactly, everyone. So that $167 million is going to get drained really quick with lawyer fees. They still got to pay all the stuff. I mean, think about it. The company still runs. Now, what's interesting about this is you will have to get the bankruptcy court for approval for including anything: signing breaking lease, getting any secured loans, closing your business, signing contracts, paying attorney fees, and other things like that. So the nice thing is, though, is that Chapter 11 will make sure that they don't do any more nefarious stuff, but the problem is they don't have the cash to go forward. I'm going to play you guys a really quick clip here.
Standing again.
Son of a bitch, this is a scam, okay? This is a scam. Well, it's kneeling, standing, getting people...
Yep, exactly. So when you offer high yields and you can't pay your original debtors, now how do you raise more money? What, you would have to, what, open up a new token? What, open up a new loan agreement? Oh, that kind of sounds like a Ponzi scheme, everyone, doesn't it? Where you have to now create new credit establishments to pay for old debts. Well, then how are you going to pay for your new ones? What, are you going to open up now another credit. What? See what I mean, guys? Ponzi scheme. Celsius from the beginning has been very, very dirty. And what's really sad here is if you read these posts, they are extremely, extremely bad, all right? And the worst thing about this is Alex Machinsky the whole time was saying, hey, we are great. Even days before them being locked out, they're like, oh, there's FUD out there. Don't believe the FUD. These are people that are just jealous because you know what? We run a better business than you. Well, no, because the people that were spreading the FUD, and that's in quotes, their businesses are still open and they've actually been able to allow their customers to withdraw their money. It is getting so bad that, yes, I don't want to read it, but look up on the screen. I am S-word. Celsius customers respond to the firm's bankruptcy. This is super bad, everyone. So now let's get to how does this affect the broader market. All right, so we're going to go to the heat map. Well, that's the Celsius token. And really quick here, who in their right mind would be buying a token from a bankrupt company? If the lights haven't gone off right now, that Celsius is a complete mess, why are more people going into this? You guys want to see a typical dead cat bounce? Yep, you're going to see it here because that's what you saw, right? This movement right here, ooh, dead cat bounce pops up. It's going to keep going down, everyone. Don't get stuck in this scheme. So now broader markets, let's take a look here. All right, see the performance? I've got it up at the 1 day mark right now. So in the last 24 hours, yes, since the announcement of the whole Celsius thing, the markets are not reacting negatively. This is great news for everyone outside of Celsius. Yes, I know it's bad for the Celsius holders. This is great news for everyone outside of Celsius because the markets now are like, you know what? We don't care. We've priced this in already. So one of the big things that I was personally worried about that I've shared with you, that's why I've done all those videos regarding Celsius. Yep, I've been covering it since the beginning. One of my biggest fears was that they would pull the entire market down with them. But it appears that the market, yep, market insiders always know more before us, they have already priced in that action. And in fact, you could see that the markets are green since the announcement of Celsius. So the markets out there are like, hey, we knew you were a bad actor. We had this priced in. We know what's going on because the broader market understands that these double-digit yields are complete crap out there. So now let's talk about what you can do if you are a Celsius holder. Okay, so what can you do about this right now if you are a Celsius holder? Honestly, there's nothing you can do. Once they file for Chapter 11, they are protected against other lawsuits, which means if you were planning on suing Celsius or a class action lawsuit or anything like that were to kick in effect, nope, sorry, the courts will protect them because it is voluntarily filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which means Alex Machinsky plans on keep running his company. You mean the company now that is like completely insolvent? You mean the company that even states, right? States out there that I've been reporting on have said they are completely insolvent. Nope. And no, hitting that HODL mode button doesn't mean anything because Alex Machinsky already hit the HODL mode button a month ago when he locked you out of your money. This is an extremely sad day for Celsius holders, right? People that have their money locked up in there. But for the rest of the market, we are breathing a huge sigh of relief because the announcement of Chapter 11 has not affected the broader market at all.